London, 1935, August. I'd been 3 months back in the old country and frankly wondering why. The weather made me liverish, no exercise to speak of, and the talk of the ordinary Englishman made me sick. I'd had enough of restaurants and parties and race meetings, no pal to go about with, which probably explains things. Hobby binge, lost on the Canadian Treasury. Tommy De Lorraine, married off to a blonde heiress in Chicago. Chips Carruthers, eaten by crocodiles in the Limpopo. Leaving me, Richard Hannay, 37 years old, sound of wind and limb, back home. Which was no home at all, if you really want to know. Just a dull little rented flat in West 1. Portland Place, actually. And I was bored. No, more than bored. I was tired. Tired of the world. Tired of life, to be honest. So I called up my broker. He wasn't in. Dropped into my club, full of old colonial buffers. Had a scotch and soda. Picked up the evening paper. Put it back. Full of elections and wars and rumors of wars. And I thought, who the bloody hell cares, Frank? I mean, what does it really matter what happens to anyone? What happens to me? No one would miss me. I wouldn't miss me. I could quite easily just... And they're like, come on, Hannay. Pull yourself together, man. Find something to do, you bloody fool. Something meaningless and trivial. Something utterly pointless. Something, I know, a West End show. That should do the trick.
Ladies and gentlemen, now with your kind attention, I have the immense honor and privilege to be presenting to you one of the most remarkable men in the entire world, Mr. Memory. Mr. Memory, every day, has committed to memory 50 new facts and remembers every one of them, from history and geography, from scientific books and newspapers. In fact, more facts is in his brain than is possible to conceive. Settle down now, please. I would also like to mention that before retiring, Mr. Memory has kindly consented to leaving his entire brain to the British Museum for scientific purposes. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now place myself in a state of mental readiness for this evening's performance and clear my inner being of all extrinsic and supernumerary material.
Not as far as I know.
Quite finished. Thank you. Now then, are you ready for the questions, Mr. Memory?
Quite ready for the questions, thank you.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gents, first question, please.
Who won the cup in 1926?
Who won the cup in 1926? Who won the cup in 1926?
Who won the cup in 1926? Why, the Tottenham Hotspurs won the cup in 1926, defeating the Arsenal Gunners 5 goals to 0 in the presence of His Majesty King George V. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr. Memory.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, please.
What was Napoleon's horse called?
What was Napoleon's horse called? What was Napoleon's horse called?
What was Napoleon's horse called? Napoleon's horse was called Bellerophon. What he rode for the final time at Waterloo on June 15, 1850. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr. Memory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How old is Mae West?
How old is Mae West? How old is Mae West, Mr. Memory?
Well, I know, sir. But I never tell a lady's age.
Very good, Mr. Memory. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, how about a serious question, please?
I say,
What was that? Yes, sir?
how far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Ah, a gentleman from Canada. You're welcome, sir.
So then, how far is Winnipeg from Montreal, Mr. Memory?
Winnipeg from Montreal, sir.
Yes.
Winnipeg from Montreal. 1,554 miles. Am I right, sir?
Quite right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you. All right, ladies and gents, next question, please.
Did you hear that?
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down, please.
Yes.
May I come home with you?
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm not sure. Calm down, please.
It's rather tricky to know. You see, I've got the decorators in. And
Please, you have to.
your funeral.
What was Napoleon's horse called? Winnipeg! Undefeated King George V, 5 goals to 0. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr.
Next
Memory.
question, please.
That was Mr. Memory, everyone.
I know, sir, but I never tell a ladies.
Play, man, play.
Thank you!
Thank you!
Thank you!
Can't find that switch. Damn it.
Turn it off, quickly.
Sorry.
Scheiße. Blind,
Sorry.
blind,
Blind.
blind, blind. Pause the blind.
Oh, are you blind? Yes, of course. There. Sorry about that.
Now it's the light, Mr. Henning.
Light, right. Have a drink, why don't you?
Thank you. And for you?
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Henning.
How do you know my name?
I saw it in the lobby.
Oh, yes. Hello, there's the telephone.
Don't answer it, please.
Oh, why not?
Because I think it's just for me.
Yes, I am.
Please don't answer.
Now look here.
Yes.
Am I allowed to know your name?
You don't want to know my name.
Don't I?
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Annabella Schmidt.
So what's the story, Annabella Schmidt?
Mr. Honey, may I be impertinent for a moment and ask for something to eat?
Oh, of course. Would you have some haddock?
Haddock would be wunderbar, thank you.
No, always room for a spot of haddock. Now look here.
Yes?
It was you that fired the revolver in theatre, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a great show, but it wasn't that bad.
It was a diversion. There were 2 men in the theatre trying to shoot me.
You should be more careful choosing your gentleman friends.
No jokes, Mr. Honey, please.
Beautiful, mysterious woman pursued by gunmen. Sounds like a spy story.
That's exactly what it is. Only I prefer the word agent better.
Secret agent, I suppose. Which country?
I have no country.
Born in a balloon, eh?
Mr. Honey, please. I am being pursued by a very brilliant secret agent from a certain foreign power who is on the point of obtaining highly confidential information vital to your air defense. I tracked 2 of his men to that music hall. Unfortunately, they recognized me.
Have you heard of a thing called persecution mania?
You don't believe me?
Frankly, I do.
They are the sweetest moment underneath your English lamppost. Take a look, why don't you? But be careful! Now do you believe me?
You win.
Mr. Honey, I'm going to tell you something that is not very healthy. It will mean either life or death. But if I tell you, then you are involved.
Involved?
Do you wish to be involved?
Oi!
Tell me.
Well, have you ever heard of the 39 steps?
Was that a pub?
Your English humor will not help you, Mr. Honey. These men will stoop and nothing. I am the only person who can stoop them. And if they are not stooped, it is only a matter of days, perhaps hours, before the top secret and highly confidential information is out of the country. And when they've got it out of the country, God help us all.
But what about the police?
They would not believe me any more than you did, with their boots and their whistles. It is up to us, Mr. Honey. I tell you, these men act quickly. You do not know how clever their chief is. I know him very well. He has a dozen names. He can look like 100 people. But one thing he cannot disguise, this part of his finger is missing. So if ever you should meet a man with no top joint there, be very careful, my friend.
I'll remember that.
Mr. Honey,
Richard.
Richard,
Yes?
may I stay the night, please?
Of course. You can sleep in my bed.
Thank you.
I'll get a shakedown on the armchair.
As you wish. And one more thing.
Oh, your haddock.
Mein Haddock. No, I have rather lost the taste of haddock. No, I need
Yes?
a map of Scotland.
Scotland.
There's a man in Scotland who I must visit next if anything is to be done. An Englishman. He lives in a big house.
Oh, a big house.
At a place called Aknarshirag.
I beg your pardon.
Aknarshirag.
Altnar Shirakur and the 39.
Bring it to my room.
Certainly.
Good night, Richard.
Good night, Annabella.
Richard.
Annabella?
Richard.
Now see here, Annabella. You just breeze into my life out of nowhere and get me all, involved. I've never met anyone quite like you. And frankly, to be quite frank,
Oh, Richard. Richard. These men, they actually, they will stop at nothing. Nothing, you hear me? No. There is no turning back. Oh, my dear Richard. Oh. No, shut up!
golly.
days, perhaps hours, before the secret becomes stupid nothing. Quickly, 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 quickly!
Oi! Blimey, mate! What you up to on your night of fright?
Could use a pound note, brother.
A pound? A pound note? What's the catch?
I need your cap and coat.
Cap and coat? What's the game? Spit it out.
I need to make a getaway.
Do a bond?
Yes.
What you up to?
Look, I'm going to have to trust you. There's been a murder.
A murder? A murder by who? By you?
No! By those two men up there.
I see. So now they're waiting round, good as gold, for a copper to come and arrest him, eh?
Oh, no, it's true, I tell you. They're spies. Foreigners. Yes, they murdered a woman in my flat, and now they're waiting for me.
Oh, come on! Funny jokes at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, all right, I'll tell you the truth. Are you married?
Yeah, but don't rub it in.
Well, I'm not, you see.
Oh, lucky
I'm a
you.
bachelor, yes, but I've been seeing this married woman.
Naughty.
The point is,
Yeah?
she was leading me on.
No.
Yes, it was all a setup.
Would you believe it?
Yes, and you see those two men over there?
I do.
Do you know who they are?
Don't tell me.
One's her husband, the other's her brother.
God blimey, I wouldn't be in your shoes. Here, have my cap and coat.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Take a pound.
Oh, pound? That's very kind of you.
Take 2 pounds.
2 pounds? God bless you, Dove. Leave the pony round the corner. You'll do the same for me one day. 2 pounds. Hang on. He got that money out of my coat. That's my money you give me. Oi, come back here. Oi!
Morning, Mr. Annie. How are you keeping? Oh, drunken old sot fell asleep again, drinking. You just pay me enough for this. Lovely morning this morning it is this morning. But what about this here heat wave? Ain't seen nothing like it. People dropping like.
Which cabin are we in again?
Here.
Oh, all right.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
For one thing, they're much prettier than they were 20 years ago.
More free.
Free and easy.
Remember the old-fashioned sort?
Old bones and no bends, am I right?
My wife. Oh. Look at this. Our new streamlined model number 1.
A glory to behold.
Yeah.
Anything to go with it.
Oh, look at this.
Now that's a sight for sore eyes.
You can say that again. The 2 wonders of the modern world.
Tell you what, bring them back when they're filled.
Get it?
Get it?
When they're filled.
When they're filled.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
That's a spirit.
That's a spirit.
now.
Oh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Halifax. Durham. Berwick upon Tweed. Oh, here we go. Biscuit.
Much obliged.
Biscuit.
No, thank you.
Suit yourself. Ah, here we are, Edinburgh town.
That was quick.
I wonder what won the 2 o'clock at Windsor.
I'll get the paper.
I'll go to the lab. Evening paper, latest news. Evening paper, latest news.
Evening paper, please.
Evening paper, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Evening paper, latest
Excuse me.
news.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Good Lord.
What is it?
Been a woman murdered in a fashionable West End flat.
All these sex dramas don't appeal to me. What one?
What one what?
The 2 o'clock at Windsor.
Bachelor boy.
Good.
At 7 to 4 on.
Not so good.
Where was we? Stabbed in the back she was. Portland Mansions. Portland Place.
By the BBC?
Yeah.
That's the one to put one to sleep, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
What was she like? One of the usual?
Well-dressed woman. About 35. Oh, terrible.
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 The tenant, Richard Hannay, is missing.
You surprise me.
Dark, wavy hair. Piercing blue eyes. Pencil thin mustache. Approximately 37.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could I see your paper?
Certainly.
I think I'll pop out to the buffet car.
All right.
Finished? Thanks, Innocent.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Right you are.
Sure I can't fancy you in a biscuit?
No, thank you.
All right. Oh, good heavens, the place is stiff with police. Excuse me, Constable. Caught the West End murderer yet?
Oh, we'll catch him. Don't you worry, sir.
That's the spirit.
All aboard for the Highlands! Next stop, the Highlands! Anything suspicious, you let us know, sir.
Yes, sir, don't you worry.
All aboard! All aboard!
Final edition, sir, final edition.
Oh, no thank you. All aboard! All aboard!
All right, all right.
Keep your eyes peeled, won't you, sir?
Certainly will, Constable.
Don't forget, sir.
I won't, Constable. Read all about it, read all about it.
Anything suspicious, let us know, sir.
Will do, Constable.
Is this a 9421 to Reading?
Platform 12!
Thank you.
All aboard! Let's be having you all aboard!
Read
fake are.
Yeah?
And listen, the police are searching the train. Every compartment.
Every department.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
this is corporate.
all right.
There was a young man from Nantucket.
Excuse me.
Hope you don't mind us
No,
talking
no,
shop.
Paul, you go ahead.
We're on the run, you see.
From our wives.
We never go home.
Oh, we just ride the railways and sell underwear.
That's all we do.
There was a young man from Nantucket
Yeah?
who grew a Venus flytrap in a bucket.
Oh, say more, say more.
And then when he grew, he said, now what do I do? Do I keep it for breeding? Or do I...
Sorry.
He's in a rush.
Yeah. Have you seen this man passing by in the last few minutes? His name is Richard Haney. Have you seen this man?
Darling, how lovely to see you.
Have you-
Whoa.
Someone's having a free lunch in here.
And a free pudding too, I wouldn't wonder.
I'm terribly sorry. I had to do it. I'm so sorry. My name's Richard Hannett. They're after me for murder. No, I didn't do it. But you've got to help me. I've got to stay free for the next few days. There's a terrible secret that our country's in danger.
So sorry to disturb you, but have either of you seen this man passing by in the last few minutes? His name is Richard Haney.
This is the man you want, Inspector.
Well, we came by just now and saw you both.
Well, he pushed in here and forced himself upon me. His name is Richard Haney.
Is your name Richard Hannay?
Certainly not.
But this attractive young lady clearly stated this. After him, Constable!
Round to the full bridge, sir!
I can see that, Constable! Grab him, man!
Right, sir!
Can I help?
Not right now, miss.
I'll stand here then.
Very good, miss.
Mr. Lord,
Yes, miss?
what about the communication code?
That's a good idea, miss.
Shall I pull it?
Best if I do, miss.
Righto.
Pull in the communication cord now.
The suspect, Richard Hadley, managed to jump a train onto the fourth bridge just outside Edinburgh. Police pursued him onto the bridge, but he gave them the slip, hanging from girders with his bare hands. The suspect is approximately 37 and about 6'1". Although he is clearly dangerous, he is not good-looking, actually, with dark, wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and a very attractive pencil moustache. It is not known whether he survived his ordeal. Police had to call off the search in the gathering darkness.
Hello there.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for work.
What kind of work?
I'm an itinerant labourer.
You'll find nothing in this vicinity.
Do there happen to be any big houses round here?
No big houses.
What that big house?
What big house?
What that big house?
Oh, that big house.
Isn't that a big house?
Oh, that is a big house. Yeah.
Well, whose is it then?
A professor, I believe. Professor Jordan. He's a... an Englishman.
English? It wouldn't be called Alt Sherlock, would it?
It would!
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'll try there then. Cheerio.
Not tonight, you won't.
Won't I?
It's 14 miles, other side of the loch.
Well, yeah, that's all right, I'm sure.
Margaret!
Aye?
Come here. We have a visitor.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You could stay here if you wanted.
On second thought, that would be very kind.
Can you eat the herring?
I could murder a half dozen right now.
Can you sleep in a box bed?
I could try.
2 and 6.
Done. Oh, yes.
See to the gentleman.
Your daughter?
My wife.
Well done.
Prepare the herring.
Aye?
I'll see to the coos.
Sorry?
I'll see to the coos.
Right.
Will you come in?
Oh, I'd love to.
There's your bed.
Oh, marvelous.
Could you sleep there, do you think?
I can sleep anywhere right now.
Won't you sit down, please, whilst I go on with our supper?
Thank you. Oh, I say, do you happen to have today's paper?
Oh, my husband has the paper.
Right, yes. So, been in these parts long?
No. I'm from Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow!
Did you see it?
I never did.
Oh, you should. You should see Sauchiehall Street on a Saturday night. All its fine shops and the trams and the lights and the cinema palaces and the crowd. Oh, it's a Saturday night tonight.
Never been to Glasgow. Been to Edinburgh, Montreal, London.
London!
Oh, yes, I can tell you all about London at supper.
Could ye?
I certainly could.
No, John would nae approve of that, I doubt.
John?
My husband. He says it's best not to think of such places and the wickedness that goes on there.
I could tell you now,
No?
if you wanted.
Aye, oh, you could.
What would you like to know?
Oh, is it true that all the ladies paint their toenails?
Some of them.
And put rouge and lipsticks on their faces?
They do, yes.
Oh, do London ladies look beautiful?
There wouldn't a few of us out.
Oh, you ought not to say that.
Ought not to say what?
I was just telling your wife that I prefer living in the town to the country.
God made the country.
It certainly did.
Supper ready, woman.
Almost.
Hurry yourself.
Oh, could I have a look at your paper?
Suit yourself. You didn't tell me your name.
Oh, it's Hammond.
Mr. Oham Hammond.
No, Hammond.
Here we are.
Splendid.
I'll say a blessing afore we begin.
Idea.
Most mighty and unforgiving Father, sanctify these bounteous and undeserved mercies to us miserable sinners. Make us bow on bended knee, make us truly thankful for all thy manifold blessings, and continuously turn our loathsome hearts from wickedness. And beat our gluttonous thoughts, and lash our lustful desires as with a three-forked flailing stick, pressing our bestial noses to the grindstone and blinding our eyes to the tawdry beads and baubles of all worldly wicked things. Amen.
Amen.
I forgot to lock the barn. I'll go and lock it.
Right here.
Hello.
Oh, no! I don't mean... No, Mr. Oldham Hammond, wake up, I beg of you, sir. It's the police.
The police?
You go on now. It's your own tips. Help!
Hey! I might have known making love behind me back. Get out! As for ye...
No, not so fast, my friend.
No, it's your only chance of liberty.
Listen. You've got this all wrong. She's only trying to help me.
Aye, to bring shame and disgrace upon the house.
No, if you want to know, I'm wanted by the police.
The police?
Yeah, they're after me for murder.
Murder?
Yes.
The police? Get out outside!
What? Tell them I'm not here.
Aye!
I'll make it worth your while.
How much?
£5.
In cash?
Will you take a check?
Don't be funny with me!
Then I trust him. Listen. Just as I thought, he was double-crossing me. Quick, now's your time. Through the window.
Through the window.
Not that window.
Which window?
The rear window. Wait.
What?
Your jacket?
My jacket.
It's terrible light-colored.
Is it? It's the latest hair's tweed.
I'm not able to see on the down moors. Best take this one.
Oh, but this is your husband's coat.
Aye, his Sunday best. It's so black they'll never see you.
What's this?
Oh, his hymn book.
I can sing a hymn if I get frightened.
Don't joke, I beg of you.
What will happen to you?
Don't worry about me.
I wish I could take you away from all of this.
No, this is my home.
What's your name?
Margaret.
Goodbye, Margaret. I'll never forget you for this.
Go! Hurry! Oh, there he is! Margaret!
We are sorry to interrupt this program of popular Scottish romantic music to set your heart aquiver to bring you an important news flash. Richard Hannon, wanted in connection with the Portland Place murder, has been spotted on the moors near Loch Primmen. Police have warned he is almost certainly armed and dangerous. Here is his description once again. He is approximately 37 and about 6'1", with dark blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, and of course his very attractive pencil moustache. His time on the moors has actually made him slightly more rugged looking, which makes him look even better looking than he did before. The suspect, Richard Hanley, is currently on foot in inhospitable terrain. Police can assure listeners that they are closing in with specialist squads in fugitive apprehension by foot, road, and by air.
There he is! Over there!
Which direction's that then?
North by northwest!
North by northwest. I like the direction of
Professor Jordan's house!
Professor Jordan's house. Wonder why he's going there.
No idea!
Oh, lost him.
Oh no!
There he is.
Shoot, man, shoot!
I was looking for the professor, Professor Jordan.
Oh, Professor Jordan. Oh, and the professor's wife, Louisa Jordan.
So sorry to disturb you. Is the professor in? I think it's really quite important.
Might I have your name?
Oh, it is, Hammond. Tell them a friend of Miss Annabella Schmidt.
Oh, well, Miss Annabella Schmidt. Mr. Hammond, of course, won't you please come in?
Lovely house.
Thank you. We like it. We're organizing a party later to celebrate my daughter Hillary's birthday. Perhaps you'd like to join us. A few local dignitaries. The county sheriff will be coming. We're having a shooting party later. Perhaps you'd join us.
Thank you. Certainly doesn't look this large from the outside.
Well, shall we pop into the party, Mr. Hammond? On second thoughts, would you mind waiting here? And I'll fetch my husband directly.
Certainly.
No.
Mr. Hammond.
Oh.
So sorry to have kept you.
No, it's quite all right. Yes.
Oh, so you're from Annabella Schmidt.
Oh, I am, yes.
Do you have any news?
She was murdered.
Murdered? Oh, dear, yes, of course. The Portland mansions are quite dreadful. And now the police are after you.
Well, they are rather.
Well, don't worry about them. I've managed to put them off the scent. They should be far away by now.
Thanks awfully.
Not at all, old chap.
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Hannay. I assume it's safe to call you by your real name now.
Yes, quite safe.
Jolly good. Now tell me, why did you come all the way to Scotland to tell me about it?
I believe she wanted to tell you about some secret, top secret air ministry secret. And she was killed by a foreign agent who was interested too.
Really? Well, I'm so glad you told me. And risking your own life into the bargain, how can I ever thank you?
But the thing is, Professor, you see, I believe she was looking for something.
Yes?
Something called
Go on.
the 39 Steps. Now, I believe if we can find these 39 steps, then we can determine exactly who.
Oh, so let me get this quite clear. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. You must be exhausted. Would you like to have a seat? No, really, it's quite comfortable. Just help me get it up. It's not that heavy. Oh,
Least of my concerns, really.
oh. It was Mother's favorite. It was so hard to get her out of it. Especially after she died. And I feel her warmth every time I sit in that chair. Mother. I miss her so much.
So warm.
Right. Isn't that better?
Thank you.
Now, did Annabella tell you what this foreign agent looked like?
There wasn't time, you see. Oh, no. She did tell me he was missing the top part of his little finger.
Which little finger?
This one, I think.
You mean like this?
I don't recall, really. Oh.
I'm afraid, Mr. Hannay, I've been guilty of leading you down the garden path. Or is it up? I never can quite remember.
It's certainly the wrong garden.
Yes, I'm afraid it is. Mr. Hannay, you forced me into a very difficult position. You see, I live here as a respectable citizen, My very best friend is the sheriff of the county, and you see, my whole existence could be jeopardized if it became known that I was, how should I say, not what I seem. Hey! You see, I have my wife and daughter to think about, and what makes it doubly important is why I simply can't let you go, is that I'm about to convey some very vital information out of the country. Oh yes, I've got it all right. I'm afraid poor Annabella would have been far too late, so really, there's only one option, Mr. Hannay.
Surely there's another option.
I don't believe there's another option. I really don't think there's another option,
Please,
so I'm sorry.
Give just a minute.
I don't think so. Oh.
I'll be serving lunch directly here. The sheriff has to leave at 3. Will Mr. Hammond be staying?
I don't believe he'll be staying here. I'll be right in. Unless, of course, you decide to join us.
For lunch?
Very good, Mr. Hannay. You're just the kind of man we need. Sharp, intelligent, cold-blooded, ruthless. And when the war comes, these will be the exact qualities that we need.
War?
Oh yes, we'll have quite a show of it.
What if I don't believe in those qualities?
What other qualities are there?
Human qualities.
Ha! Human qualities. What's human qualities?
Loyalties, selflessness, sacrifice, love.
Love. Oh, please, Mr. Hannay, when have you ever loved anyone? It's not in your nature, old sport. Never has been, has it? You don't have a heart, do you, Hannay? But you know this. So sad, isn't it? No one to love, no one to care for, no one to go home to. But there is, you see, there is our home.
Our home?
It's the only place where you'll find love, old chum, where you really and truly belong. And we will give you love, Hannay. And in return, you will love us, the master race, on our great unstoppable march, commanded eternally by destiny itself. Well, Oxford, what do you say? Will you join us, Hannay?
All right, Professor. If you think I'm suitable material.
Oh, I do, old sport. How unutterably splendid. I will tell Mrs. Jordan.
Just one question first.
Yes?
One little thing.
Absolutely.
Before I sign up.
Absolutely, my Liebling. Mwah!
Yes. What exactly are
Yes.
the 39 steps?
The 39 steps, though I say it to myself, is my own brilliant idea. The very soul of the enterprise. The very... But wait a minute, you thought you could pause the war? You thought you could join us, and then...
Master race, I despise you!
Annabelle, you're as bad as she was. Annabella Schmidt, with all her outmoded sentimental notions, and her high-minded democratish bombing and dribble. Sorry, Muzzo. I thought for a moment you might, but no. You pathetic, pusillanimous, petty-minded, Pythagorean...
Bugger.
The 39 steps? I tell you, Mr. Hannay, you will never know. That's me, my dear.
Heading out.
I don't know. It helps knowing the real story. Me, follow this
I think you're getting more than you're getting close to, but you know, we hope you're sorry.
I almost looked like she was going to start laughing. Well, I thought to myself, certainly across the couch, quite a landing. She has to do that. And then mine,